Okay. Hello, I'm Skeincocaine, and this is the misadventures of Skeincocaine. I am thankful you are back to watch another one of these train wrecks. If you're new here, I'm sorry. This is how I always am, incredibly awkward in front of the camera, but if you're not new here, then this is just the same old shit show. You know how I am, but I've got a lot of good stuff to show you. I kind of every day since the last time I podcast, every day I'm like, I want to do it today. I'm going to podcast today. No, I'll wait to get my nails done. No, I'll wait to do this. No, I'll wait to do that. I'm going to start a new project. I'll wait for that. Turns out I just have to do it. I just have to film and just, as you can tell, I am in a new location. Wait. I live here in Blacksburg, Virginia, home of Virginia Tech, with my husband, my 2 kids, and a dog, a bird, and 2 cats. Okay? I dye yarn for a living. That's what I do. So you can find me everywhere as Skeincocaine on everything. So, okay. I'm trying a new setup today. We'll see how the lighting is. I'm sure the lighting is better than it was the last time because it could not have been any worse. So it's better now. I'm in front of my beautiful fireplace. My books used to be, they used to be a color gradient, like during COVID when we were all staying at home. I did my books. This is just some of our books in a color gradient. No point anymore. So they've been pulled out, put back in. They're not that way anymore. So let's start with finished objects, and we're going to do whips, and then we're going to do life update. First thing I'm going to show you is a pair of socks that I knit out of the Chelsea Luxe 2021 Advent. I did 56 stitches. I did a 2x2 knit and purl for the top. And then I just picked the colors that I thought kind of were cool together. Started with reds. Did a fish lips kiss heel. And so I used up some of my Advent yarn. They're covered in hair. Sorry, I've been wearing these actually. I used some of my Donical sock for the heels, toes, and cuffs. So I'm sorry I couldn't resist. I had to wear them before they've been shown. But so that's that. Just striped them up, a bunch of ends on the inside. That's fine. And then I just realized I forgot the sweater. I need to get it. Well, okay. The next thing I did was, so you may have seen this before if you remember. Here's my Stolen Minutes Black Cat bag. Cute, right? Okay. I have to do this systematically here. Okay, in my awesome granny bag, I was doing the Felix Pullover out of one of my baby grands and my Surrey Cloud. Let's see inside of that. So I just used the increases for the raglan as my guide, but I otherwise did not follow the pattern really at all. But and it was really not the best pattern because if you see these, you see that that's the whole point of this. So it's basically like a no frills, but it has these really nice increase eyelets. So you can't see them with this yarn. But anyway, I decided to do this sweater holding my Surrey Cloud and my baby grand. This is Hot Air Balloon for this sweater. And I did a really long, super long ribbing on the bottom. And it's really fun. But I wanted to do something Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get that done. But I wanted to do something just with the baby grand, just for fun, just to see what it looked like without being with the Surrey. And so I made a little flax. And it's not a flax with the detail on the sleeve. I just made it plain. This is the newborn size. But I also did a roll neck, if you see. I did a neck where I folded it over and knit the stitches together. So I thought that was really cute. That is a really cute baby sweater. This hot air balloon colorway is so great for babies. It's so fun because it's just has all those fun colors. Like every color in the rainbow except for turquoise. There's turquoise in there. Turquoise is my least favorite color. I hate it. I despise it. Just so you know. So that's what I have left. This baby grand had 1,600 yards in it. And so far I've done almost this whole sweater. Let's see. Anything else I need to tell you about that? Did it on a size 7. I did size US 8 for this, what's this again? Felix cardigan. Felix Pullover. That's right. Okay, so that's that. Let me try to stay organized here. Put things back where they need to be. Okay. The Felix Pullover calls for a worsted weight yarn, but I'm doing DK and Surrey held together. Maybe a little thicker than it should be, but I am still my Advent sweater. You know, Stephanie finished her Advent sweater. This is the picture that I used for Instagram. And I had already broken my toe at this point, so that's why I'm wearing Birkenstocks. I couldn't even put heels on if I wanted to. I can't. I'm in pain. But I'm gonna go over the toe breaking as soon as we get to life updates. But here is my hello for my colors crop that I was using with my Advent. That's pretty much as far as I got. Okay, that's about it. I started, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to start with the first color, day 1. So that's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, you see. And it made it sort of like a watercolor, because since I didn't pick my colors like Stephanie picked hers, then it's all sort of watercolory, right? But I split for the sleeves, and I tried it on and it's too short here. Like, I need to keep knitting before I separate for the sleeves. So my gauge is off, even though I think it would stretch and it would fit me. My gauge is way off, so I'm still working on that. Whether I get it done or not, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I kind of want to move on. I'm thinking next year's Advents. Yep, you heard me. Okay, next working project is the Gogink. And I realized something. I realized that I never make my sweaters long enough. I don't like cropped sweaters. In fact, I hate them. But my sweaters are always too short. I always bind off too soon. So I'm doing the Gogink, you know. Hi, I'm Skeincocaine, and I have an addiction to color work. So I did notice that it seemed like the body was a bit wide. Okay, yeah, too wide. I'm doing the medium size. I'm doing it on size 6. I actually did the color work. For once in my life, I did this right. I went up a size for the color work, because the color work is usually tighter, and you want those floats to be nice and, you know, you don't want anything to cinch in or anything like that. So I finally used my brain, and I used an 8, US 8 for the color work, and went down to 6 for the body. But it is way too big. Let me see if I can back up. Oop, sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I just stepped on buddy. Do you see? Well, anyway, I cast off and everything, bound off, and I'm gonna rip it all out and redo it. Even the sleeve, I think, I was planning on not doing any decreases because I just don't like doing decreases. I just like doing a straight arm, and either I knit 2 together all the way around when I do my ribbing and make it really tight and cinched, or I just let it be like a big bell. I like that look, but I think this is still too wide. Everything is too wide with this sweater. I'm gonna keep it wide, but if I make the length a lot longer, like 4 to 6 inches at least, then I would wear this with, you know, black leggings and boots, or I don't know. I just know that it's too wide. So I stalled on that. My next work and project is Linda the Stranger. If you watched Chelsea Pearls and you met the stranger, Linda sent me this skein of yarn, and that's really, really blown out. That's well, here it is. She sent it to me because I commented on her hat that she made, and I said, oh my God, I love that so much. I think this is DK or Sport, I'm not sure, but I'm working on a size 3 needle, and I just cast on a vanilla sock. I'm using the DK pattern from Summer Lee, the Thicksgiving pattern. So it's 44 stitches. I did a US 3 on these 12-inch or 9-inch or whatever they are. I think they're 12-inch, but Fish Lips Kiss. I'm just, you know, just doing that, just having a simple that. And then I decided to do a tube sock, and so I did the same thing, because hers, Yarn Baby's Advent was DK, so I said, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cast on, what size are these? Let's see here. Yeah, those are 3s. Okay, I'm going to cast on 44 stitches with some cream DK that I had, and I'm going to knit the of the colors that I like out of the Yarn Baby Advent. So that's what I did. Fish Lips Kiss Heel again, which is that's the heel I do, Fish Lips Kiss Heel. And I'm doing this one last color. So I'm almost done with this last color, and then I'm going to do the toe with the cream. I still have this blue to do, but I finished that. So I've got to 44 stitches on a size 3. Look how much I've done. I mean, it's not that much knitting, to be honest with you. A DK sock is really, really fast. I completely recommend, wholeheartedly, 100%, I recommend DK socks, and I'll tell you why. Well, I recommend them for me because I wear Birkenstock clogs. I guess they're called the Boston or something, and I wear those all the time. I wear a lot of cloggy type things. I used to wear, you know, Crocs more than I do now. I really hate Crocs now, but I hate plastic. Just plastic in general. Okay, I feel a tangent coming on. I don't have my Invisaligns put in right now, But one of the things I really don't like is I don't like having a mouthful of plastic. Sometimes I just don't want any plastic in my mouth. I just want them out. I can't stand it. Otherwise, that's doing okay. This is starting to come off my 2 front teeth. So I'm on tray 5, I believe. Okay, so now let's see. What other, I do have one more that I want to show you, but I can't remember the name of it. But it's by Jennifer Steingass. And it is called the, hang on, in my books. I have all my patterns on my books. In my books, whatever. Okay, it's called the Avena. And I'm doing it out of my non-superwash worsted. It's called Hot, H-A-U-T-E, worsted. And I love it so much. Knitting with non-superwash, you know, more of a rustic yarn for color work is the most delightful and luscious thing you can do. Now, my non-superwash is not, it's not toothy at all. It is just buttery and creamy. So here it is. I'm doing the size D. It goes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I'm doing D. I'm using a size 5 actually, and I didn't go up for the color work. So I learned and then I unlearned. And of course it's a little tight, but see, it makes this really nice leaf pattern. This is my agate, which is my favorite colorway. It's grays with a little bit of speckling, tobacco speckling. It's just a great neutral, but not totally plain. And then my tobacco color, which has all kinds of really interesting colors in it. Like, it's got even some green in there. You see that? Greens and lights and darks. And so they basically, they kind of mirror each other in some weird way. Like, this is like the opposite of this. Because I don't know if you can see the mustard, the tobacco in there. But so that's what I'm doing this. Loving it. Moving right along. And I believe that's all I'm going to show you for works in progress. I mean, yeah, works in progress. I do have plans to dye up next week all of the I'm going to do non-superwash again. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah, I am. And I'm going to do this, what's it called? Dibiasky. This was Don't Look Up, that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, that's really, really fun. It's a great movie. And this is a free pattern, so I'm not, you know, like showing anything off that shouldn't be shown off. But I already have the chart printed out, and I'm already ready to go for it and knit that. But I'm going to knit all the colors up. Black, light pink, and it's like a cinnamon orangey color. I don't know if you can really see. It's darker than that. This is having a ring light, you know, ring light opposite of dark, but blows everything out. So that's what I'm doing. Today I have to ship out like 15 of hot air balloon, no, oil painting, baby grands. I have them all made. So if you're waiting for your baby grand and oil painting, it's coming. It's coming, it's coming. 1,600 yards DK. So you just, if you knit a garment, you don't have to alternate skeins. You don't have to have any ends to weave in. It's all one thing. Your sweater is all right here, and you just pick up and knit. This is so easy and great. Love them. Let's see. I guess maybe right now we'll just do some life stuff now. I think I've gone over all my projects I wanted to show you, so I'm just going to do life stuff. So let's see, where to begin. I broke my toe. All right, let me start at the beginning. Advent, Vlogmas, life, getting older, way past postmenopausal. I'm 5 years out, menopausal, but I was having trouble sleeping. I had a lot of anxiety. A lot of it I brought on myself, but I just was not coping very well. And I was very mercurial to my family. You know, I just was like prone to outbursts. People were getting on my nerves. It just felt like there was this always kind of like, I don't know, it was just mercurial. I can't really explain it any other way than that. And I just went to my doctor, and he prescribed a very, very low dose of Prozac. And I'm pretty much anti-drugs. I don't like to take drugs. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't done recreational drugs, and I'm not really totally against recreational drugs. Whatever we need to do to get through the day, right? As long as you're not hurting anybody. But I felt like I might need something. I don't drink. All I do is, run, and I meditate, and I try to do yoga and all of that stuff, trying to eat well, take my vitamins, drink lots of water, doing all of like that kind of stuff. But I really was trying desperately to figure out a way to not have to, have any sort of better living through chemistry. And I'm not against it. Like I said, I'm not against it. So Prozac is an SSRI, so it's a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or it's called selective serotonin. I think selective serotonin reuptake. So anyway, my doctor prescribed me the very lowest dose of it, and a month later, I'm like a changed person. Just more easygoing, not prone to anger, much more relaxed, sleeping through the night. I'm like the Prozac poster child. It just, the minimum dose had the maximum effect for me. So, do I wish I wasn't taking anything? Yes. Am I happy that I feel better? Yes. So I'm just, better all around. But one of the things it did do was it kind of killed my aerobic capacity. I feel more like I'm having a hard time doing going running. Like I have no aerobic capacity. Like I can barely run. So it's like I was starting over again. And I mean, my nervous energy got me out the door, and I was running between 5 and 7 miles a day. That's excessive. That's obsessive. And I'm going to have physical problems as time goes on. But I was doing it to kind of self-medicate, to keep the endorphins going and to keep me calm. I had to keep raising my level of running. Well, at that point, I just, the Prozac, just calmed me down. So I didn't have this burning desire to be out plodding along for hours. But at the same time, I was having a really hard time doing anything at all. Like I was really struggling, like I was starting over from scratch. Well, so I was trying and trying and trying to get out there and run. And last week, was it last week? I guess I was trying to do the sprinting I was doing. So I was trying to do, in those 5 miles, I tried to sprint at least 3 or 4 times, you know, to get my heart rate way, way, way up there. Doing bursts of high aerobic activity. And I took Buddy with me one day to do it. And as we were sprinting, I was trying to get him to go faster. Come on, Buddy, come on, let's go faster, faster. And he got in this, you know, like sometimes dogs get like kind of crazy, you know, they kind of start doing this kind of thing. And he darted in front of me and I flipped over him. And I did an actual somersault and landed on my knees. I would need to see a video of what happened, but I landed on my knees and I broke my toe, my big toe on my left foot. So that really, like if I thought I was building towards endurance again, I was back on the couch again. So I've been slowly walking further, trying to run a little bit, but my exercise routine is messed up. Let's see, what else happened? We're starting to think about plans for the summer. We always go to Kiowa Island in the summer, so we have plans for that. I just booked our trip. So we're going to a place called the Sanctuary. It's right on the beach at Kiowa Island, and I am so excited. We're going right after they get out of school in May. I'm just so excited to do that. Let's see if there's anything else to tell you. I should write things down because I am always... Okay. What am I reading? I'm reading Court of something. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm reading this. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah Moss. Loving it. It takes a lot for me to be able to sit down and just devour a book, and this is really, really good. What am I watching? I'm watching The Best Show Ever, and I am completely obsessed with it. Now, anyone that knows me knows I love New York. My best friend Becky Julia lives there. I'm there I used to be, but you know, I go about 5 or 6 times a year. My mother, when she had clothing stores, would take me up there with her. We would go 5 times a year, run up and down in the garment district, have a great time. And there's a new show out, and as soon as I watched it, I said, this guy is like a weird combination of Woody Allen and Anthony Bourdain. There's something really fresh. And oh my God! All right, let me just remind you what it is. The show I am watching is called How To with John Wilson, and just go watch it. What's it on? Let's see. What's it on? I don't know what it's on. Yeah, I'm not sure. But you need to watch this show. It is so fantastic. I mean, to tell you, in fact, okay, I watched the first season. It's like 6 episodes, something like that. 6 episodes. And then there's a second season. We're 4th in to the second season. And I'm thinking about going back and rewatching the first season. It was that good. We're also watching The Righteous Gemstones, and I first started watching that And I was like, yeah, no, you know what? I don't like the show. But then somehow we got into watching it again, and it's really clever and fun. So we're watching that. We rewatched Something's Gotta Give with Diane Keaton, Keanu Reeves, did I say his name right? And Jack Nicholson. I'm a Nora Ephron freak. I love all, you know, It's Complicated, Something's Gotta Give. You've got me, all of the rom-coms, I'm obsessed, but especially the Nora Ephron ones. Remember It's Complicated with Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin? I mean, I could watch that, and Something's Gotta Give. I could watch those every year. I think I have. So I'm the classic middle-aged woman that just is obsessed with Nora Ephron and what happened to my neck. Which reminds me, I just remembered another thing that happened today. Not today, but in the last, since I recorded last, I actually had a consult with a plastic surgeon. He's out of Indianapolis, and he's like a crazy one. Like, he'll do everything from sex change operations, shoulder narrowing, he'll do cranial implants. He is like the wildest plastic surgeon. Well, I had a consult because, you know, I'm at a crossroads right now. You know, do I fight aging tooth and nail? Do I just zen, just let everything just take its normal course? Or what? You know, there's mounting pressure to do something. And so I had a consult with him, and yeah, he did say that I would need, you know, a facelift, and the facelift would just be from here down, and I would get rid of my jowls and all of that, and get rid of the neck sagging and everything, and I came out of that consult just kind of icky. You know, it's just like, I don't know. I'm really on the fence. I would love to know how you guys feel about that, you know, about facelifts. I mean, obviously nobody's judging people whether you get it or not, but I mean, should I get one? Is it a mistake? Would I be happy? What if I didn't like it? I mean, most likely I would like it. But I mean, what if I didn't? And what if I mean, it's not going to make me live longer. It's not going to make me healthier. I don't know. I'm just on the fence. Any input that you give me, that you want to give me down below, let me know. Because I'm sure that, you know, most people that watch my podcast are, you know, around my age or older, I would assume. And so I guess we're all dealing with the same kind of issues. You know, I would say in my whole life, I never felt more beautiful than in my late 40s, like right before I went through menopause. There was a surge of estrogen. Like, you get like this surge. It's like, and all I wanted to do, I thought about sex all the time. I mean, that's all I thought about. I loved my body. I felt very confident and sexy, and, you know, I know what to do, and just all kinds of stuff. And then I went through menopause, and all of that just, it goes away. It's like draining out of me. With each little cellular estrogen that slips away from me, the more like my life is sort of draining away. And I was thinking that I would get, I mean, I'm grateful to be alive. So I love my body more than I ever have in my life. But I would say that I felt more beautiful. I felt the most beautiful when I was 49. How many people do you hear say that? But it's true. And I think as you get older, you know, the more you realize what your body did, you had children, or you're still here, The fact, when you know a lot of people that are not still here, the fact that you're still here and you can do things, and like I can still go out and run, barely, but I can. I love my body for being here and not failing me. Not yet anyway. All right, I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm saying. I need to go and start a load of laundry, and I need to pack up the rest of these baby grands. I have this really cute Valentine set, mini set I need to photograph and put up a listing for. I need to do that. I hope everyone is doing well and you're enjoying your knitting and cross stitch and needlepoint and crochet, and you're enjoying it all, and all is well with you. And check in with me on the bottom. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me if I should get a facelift. Getting old and for sissies. Anyway. Okay, I hope the setup is better. You can see every pore in my body, right? You can see everything. Yeah, I think we're done. I'll check in with you. Hope to do it sooner than later. And take care. Bye.